What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another week prediction video here on I'm Not Gonna Hold You. Of course, it is your boy Scott Lewis at Barbchair Scott on all social media platforms. Man, you can subscribe to all of my platforms or follow me on my platforms, man. Links in the description box. Subscribe to the Patreon. All those links in the description box as well. Let's keep getting these subscribers up, man. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the football season. We are at 415 right now, so we got a little bit to go. We ain't got that many weeks left, so let's try to boost them numbers up. But I appreciate everybody who has subscribed and been in tune with everything I'm doing over at this channel. Yeah, man. Press subscribe, like, leave a comment, share, all that good stuff, man. But we are here once again to break down another week of NFL football. I was not able to do a week 14 preview video last week because my internet was tripping because of Xfinity screwing everything up, but things been better the last 48 hours. So we are here and ready to go. As you see, I've got the festive overlay today. Happy holidays, everybody. I can't believe we're about 2 weeks away. Actually, I think 2 weeks today. Yeah, 2 weeks today. I'm recording this on Thursday, December 11th. So 2 weeks today till Christmas, man. It's crazy how far this year has gone, man. But anyway, the live stream is tomorrow. We'll be doing our first live stream show in like 3 weeks. Holidays, internet issues, things of that nature have been the reason why we haven't done a show. But the whole crew will be on there tomorrow. Me, Bang, Dante, Courtney, and we got a lot of stuff to get into. But today I'm here to preview the Week 15 games. We're going to start with tonight's Thursday night football game, man. Big game here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had a tough loss on Sunday at home to the New Orleans Saints, which is something that you don't really see them lose in the last couple of years to that team. But this is a big one because Carolina is right on them. Carolina is 7-6 as well. So if Tampa loses this game tonight, the Carolina Panthers will move into first place. Now, of course, Carolina still has to play this weekend, and they'll be taking on the Saints, which is a winnable game for them as well. So this is a big game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' chance to make the playoffs. The only chance they're going to get actually to make the playoffs is going to be if they hold on and win this division. Because if you look at these wild card spots are definitely going to go to the better teams in the NFC West and the NFC North. So this is a big, big game for them. The Falcons once again rolling with Kirk Cousins. As we know, Michael Penix Jr. is out for the season after having surgery. So Kirk has not been good. It's looking like Kirk need to let it go. Just got completely destroyed last week at home from the Seattle Seahawks. And, Baker's not right. Baker's not right. Obviously, he's been dealing with that shoulder injury the last couple of weeks. So this is going to be a close game. I definitely see this being a close game, but I think the Buccaneers are going to pull it out. They're at home. And I think this would be a good chance for them to, kind of right their wrongs and try to move in the right direction to eventually win this win this division, man. And if you look at their upcoming games as well after this, they've got the Panthers next week. Big matchup next week, which is going to really help determine where this division goes. So you don't want a loss heading into that game. And that's going to be in Carolina as well. Then they got the Dolphins and they got the Panthers again. So a lot to be decided for the NFC South, and that's why they need to go home and win a game that they're supposed to win. So I do have the Buccaneers winning this one tonight. Let's go to the beloved, the Chicago Bears and Browns. This game reeks of trap game to me. Now, there's a lot of different scenarios here for the Bears to clinch a playoff spot. As of right now, they have a 64% chance to make the playoffs. If they win this Sunday, that'll boost them up to 71% chance. They are being chased by the Detroit Lions, and they are still in a battle with the Green Bay Packers to actually try to win this division. That's why it's been so close in this conference these last couple weeks. The Bears were not only number one seed in the NFC North, but number one seed in the entire NFC in general. So I know what they're going to be thinking about next week, going up against the Green Bay Packers at home again, but they cannot overlook the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they got a rookie quarterback who's feeling himself. They got a pretty decent rookie running back. And this is an offense to put up some points last week. Granted, they were going up against the Tennessee Titans, but the Bears is still a defense that can give up chunk plays. Now, The Bears defense is going to be missing Kyler Gordon once again, and from the words of Ben Johnson, does not feel like you're going to see Kyler for the rest of the season, which is not good. But the Bears will also be sounds like they're going to be getting Tyreek Stevenson back, which will really help have Tyreek out there with Jalen Johnson. He practiced for the last 2 days. Roma Dunze, after missing last week, is primed to play this weekend as well, as he's also been in practice. So those are two big injury boosts for the Bears. But Cleveland has they have the number 3 overall defense in the NFL, and they have the number 1 pass rush and the number 1 passing defense in the NFL. They've only been giving up 164.5 yards per game. So this is something that the Bears are going to have to worry about. And of course, Myles Garrett still out there trying to break TJ Watt and Michael Strahan's tied record for the most sacks in a season. And Caleb Williams has done a great job of avoiding sacks, and he's going to really try to avoid it this weekend, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be the guy going in the history books. But I think the Bears just got to play their game in this one. If the running game continues to be what it was, as long as they stick to what they're doing, I feel like the last couple games, sometimes Ben gets too pass happy. He decides not to run the ball. I think that really cost them last week against Green Bay, completely kind of ignoring the run in the first half and the offensive line not having their best half. The offensive line cannot afford to play like they played in the first round last week, this week, because Myles Garrett and that defensive front will eat them alive if they do so. And, to me, this is a game plan that Dennis Allen's got to take it to Shedeur Sanders. I really love what Shedeur has been doing these last couple games. He's been officially announced as a starter for the Browns for the rest of the season, which should give him a little bit more calm. But you gotta treat him like the rookie he is, and I think they're gonna come up with a good game plan for that. This is gonna be an ugly Midwest type of football type of game. Gonna be a lot of running, very selective passing, I would guess. But I think this is gonna be a very professional win for the Bears. And I have the Bears winning 24-10 on Sundays. They'll move to 10 wins on the season. Let's talk about this big game, Bills-Patriots in Foxborough, man. You got the Bills, who have a big win last week at home over the Cincinnati Bengals. I already talked about how this is going to be Josh Allen's golden opportunity to try to win the Super Bowl with pretty much no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, and no Joe Burrow in his way. And that starts with, going into the team that's leading the division right now. I still think it would take a lot for the Bills to come back and win the AFC East. You probably need the Patriots to collapse over the next 4 games, which I don't see, but the Patriots are still trying to compete for that first round seed with the Denver Broncos and get that first round bye. So Patriots won the first matchup in Buffalo. I think this is going to be a very, very competitive game. But I think the Bills are going to pull this one off. I can't see the Bills getting swept in division by the Patriots, especially not with Tom Brady on the other side. And I do believe the Patriots have been playing well. Drake May has been great. The defense has been great. Mike Vrabel's been really doing a really good thing. But I think that Josh Allen is starting to understand that, okay, it's time to pick up. It's playoff time. Playoffs already started for us, so let's get it done. I think the Bills will win a very, very, very close game in Foxborough. So I'm going to go with the Bills in this one. Ravens Bengals. I do not know if Joe Burrow is going to play this game. I would assume he is. I wouldn't play him. Like, after losing last week to Buffalo, you're already very slim chances of making the playoffs are dead. Maybe they just want to play spoiler. The Ravens, on the other hand, 6-7, they can be eliminated soon. They don't get their act together. They have not been good all season. Lamar Jackson still looks hurt to me. I know we can go up there and blame him and say how bad he's been playing. And I'm not trying to take him off the hook, especially y'all should know I'm really not trying to take him off the hook. But he just doesn't look right. He doesn't look right to me. And I do think they'll go on the road and get a dub. They need to basically kind of go, I won't say undefeated, because I don't feel like the Steelers are going to go undefeated. But they really got to play as close to perfect football to be able to make the playoffs with them being under 500 right now. I think the Ravens will win a close one, but if they lose this, they're pretty much cooked. So that's why I think they have to win. Jets, Jaguars. Jaguars really getting into a groove right now. The Jets are bad. The Jets are going to be drafting top 3. I think the Jaguars are going to win this one. Trick off Trev has been having a few solid games these last couple weeks, and they're really starting to come together as an offense. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars in this one. I don't think it's going to be necessarily close. Chargers, Chiefs. Now, this game right here, man, massive game. Now, there is a world where the Chiefs get mathematically eliminated this weekend. If the Chiefs lose this game and some other teams win, they will be out. And the Chargers coming off a big win at home over the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Herbert, so and so game, but he's had that hand surgery and things like that, so he's not going to be 100% playing well. But this is a big opportunity for the Chargers to put the final nail in the coffin of their division rival and the dynasty that has been dominating this league the last 5-6 years. And I just don't trust them enough to get it done. The Chiefs are at home. I do not think the Chiefs will make the playoffs. I just want to get that out there. But I don't think they go down easily. I think the Chiefs are going to win a very, very close game here. I just don't think the Chargers have the killer instinct to put the final nail in the coffin in this dominant run that we've seen in Arrowhead. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. Cardinals, Texans. I mean, the Texans defense is one of the best in the league. I love that pass rush, love Will Anderson, and I think they're really coming together at a right time right now. CJ Stroud is still up and down. And I think that's going to be the thing that's ultimately going to hold them back from doing anything in the playoffs. But the Cardinals are a mess. They are a mess of a franchise, front to back. They're also going to be picking in the top 3, top 4. I think the Texans are going to run away with this one pretty easily at home. Give me the Texans in this. Commanders, Giants. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what Jaden Daniels' status is in this. He came back last week, but then got hurt again, so they took him out. Giants are bad. Giants are bad as well. This game really don't matter. Neither one of these teams are going to the playoffs, and it's actually kind of shocking. The Giants are one game worse than the Commanders. Commanders been without their starting quarterback for the majority of the year. How am I gonna go with this one? Giants really, really stink. Fuck, I'm gonna go with the Giants on. It don't really matter. I'm gonna go with the Giants on. Maybe Jackson Dart got something. I'm gonna go with Giants on. Raiders, Eagles, man. Eagles gotta win this one because they're at home. I heard those fans booing them out the building about 2 weeks ago when the Bears beat them at home. Then you go on the road, you lose. This team has lost 4 games in a row, almost DEFCON one time. The Raiders are a mess. I think the Eagles will win this. I don't think it's gonna be pretty. I don't think anything we see the Eagles do from here on out is gonna be pretty. But I think the Eagles are going to win this one. So give me the Eagles. Colts, Seahawks. Seahawks at home. They are also in a Western Conference, in the NFC West battle with the Niners and also the LA Rams to win that division. They're 10-3. The Colts are going to have probably Phillip Rivers. You heard that right. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. He's on the practice squad. I don't know if he'll be activated in time, but I do think there's a chance that he could be starting on Sunday. Doesn't really matter who starts at quarterback. Daniel Jones is not only done for this year, he's done for the next year. And I feel like the entire situation the Colts had by getting him and giving up all those draft picks, it's coming back to bite them now because he's not going to be playing for a while. Just unfortunate bounce to happen to them. Seattle's at home. I think Seattle will win this one pretty easily. Here is the game of the weekend, in my personal opinion, at least from my vantage point. Broncos, Packers. Now, the Packers, big win at home this past Sunday over the Bears to knock them into first place in the NFC North once again and the number 2 overall seed in the NFC. Denver Broncos are 11-2, holding on to the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they're trying to fight to get the number 1 seed and to also have that first round bye. Now, here is the thing here. Here's a stat, a very interesting stat that I just saw today that doesn't make any sense to me. Here's the stat of NFL teams are combined 2-9-1 after playing the Chicago Bears this season. That's an interesting stat for the Green Bay Packers because the Green Bay Packers looked very tired at the end of that game with the way the Bears were running the football and what the offensive line was doing. They looked very gassed. Mike Parsons even said it himself. And I think that's going to be a factor, going to Denver in that altitude against a very, very tough defense could be a factor. Now, this just has stupid finish alert written all over it to me. This could be a game that I feel like could end up for the way that the Browns Packers game ended up early in the season in Cleveland, where the Packers ended up losing. The Broncos should win this game. But something deep down in my soul tells me that Bo Nix is going to out-bozo Jordan Love, and the Packers are just going to find a little bit to get them over the edge. I would love to be wrong. I hope to God I'm wrong. But I think the Packers will edge out a very, very close win over the Broncos, and they will have a nice position coming in Chicago next week. Titans, Niners. Niners have probably the easiest schedule left of anybody fighting for those last playoff spots. The Titans are terrible. The Niners are going to win this game, so I'm going to go with the Niners. Panthers, Saints. Big game here. Big, big game. The Saints are bad, But the Saints, as we saw last week, are trying to play spoiler. The Saints are at home. This is a division game. I don't think the Panthers are at the spot yet where you can just trust them to win games. I'm going to pick the Panthers to win this one. More because I want a kind of a winner take all feel with them in Tampa of these 2 games out of the next 3 weeks. I think it'll be close, but I do think that the Panthers are gonna find a way to get a W in this one. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Rams, Lions, another big game if you are NFC North or a Bears fan. The Lions have to almost essentially go undefeated over these next 4 games to not only win the division, they're going to need some help for that as well, but they're going to have to basically go undefeated just to make the playoffs if the Bears keep winning as well. And Matthew Stafford will love nothing more than to put the nail in the coffin in his former team. Now, since these 2 trades have happened, the Lions have won these battles more times than not. This being in LA does help their case a little bit, but we all know SoFi Stadium doesn't really have any home field atmosphere. I expect a lot of Lions fans in the building, but I expect a shootout. I don't think we're going to see much defense played in this game, but I do think that the Rams are going to do just a little bit more than the Lions right now. I don't really like the Lions offense and the way they've been calling plays. It's pretty much Jahmyr Gibbs FC right now. I think if the defense can find a way to slow him down, that they'll be in pole position. And just Matthew Stafford is playing like an MVP this year. So give me the Rams in a very, very close game. Vikings, Cowboys fighting for their playoff lives. Their chances to make the playoffs are slim, but it's still live with Philadelphia losing last week. So Cowboys, Vikings stink. Sunday Night Football. I'm going to go with the Cowboys at home. And then Dolphins, Steelers, Monday Night Football, another, I don't know. Somebody gave the Dolphins way too many primetime games this year. Like, they didn't make the playoffs. I don't think they made the playoffs last year. If they did, they got out in the first round. There's no point in them getting all these national TV games. But it really feels like Aaron Rodgers and Tomlin and those guys are getting into a groove. So I'm going to pick the Steelers in that one, man. So this is a big weekend, man, for all of the playoff races. Really excited to watch that. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to give our list of the most important games this week and things of that nature, man. So that is all I've got for y'all, man. As usual, subscribe, like, leave a comment, share if you already subscribed. Follow me at Barbchair Scott on all social media platforms. All the links in the description box, man. So get in tune with everything I got going on over here. And I will holler at y'all at 4 p.m. Central tomorrow for the live show of the week. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out.